robust urban garlic flavor.
Hello, Pokemaniacs and edited fill content enjoyers. Today, I have a very special video for you all because DSP started his Pokémon Legends Z-A playthrough. Here, we are going to pick apart probably the worst Pokemon commentary of all time from a guy that's only playing the game as a means to beg you for your hard-earned cash. So without further ado, let's get into the world of Phil Snort Pokemon.
Can we get some support? Let's go. Not moral support, real support. That'd be great. Can we get some members on YouTube? Get some momentum there. We have no memberships yet this morning, right? Let's go. We're in the midst of the busiest gaming season of the year, and nobody cares. Yes, Jade, I know you love the Pokemon streams. They're very chill. That's what I like about the Pokemon streams. They are chill streams. And lately, if you take a look at a lot of the games I've been playing, Silk Song, Battlefield, Call of Duty, stressful stuff, right? There's going to be more stressful stuff. Ninja Gaiden 4, and then Tormented Souls next week. So it's good to have chill games in between all of that to create variety. And so I think that's exactly what Pokemon's going to do. It's going to fill that gap for people who've been looking for more chill experiences. We're going to have that starting today.
You know, once he's going to get to the harder portions of the game, he's going to struggle and rage because he's Phil. Then when the inevitable stream happens where the money doesn't come in, he's going to have a very stressful evening begging for money.
Attendance is all right. We're going to start soon. I'll give it a couple more minutes. We'll give it a few more minutes and try to build up just a little bit more attendance before we begin.
Wow, maybe DSP shouldn't have banned Darich. He'd be like an extra 50 viewers right there. The hilarious part is that Phil went on a rant saying that his audience wants him to play chill games. Well, here's a chill game and his viewership is less than half of what it typically is. We'll check again later, but he's like 20 minutes into the stream and the attendance is dismal for his standards.
Would I ever do chill streams trying to catch all Pokemon in the game or shiny hunting? That's a maybe. I have done that before. There have been certain Pokemon games, notably, I particularly remember Pokemon Sword, which I had, where we actually did. That was the first one that had the open area where you could just catch all the Pokemon because they randomly spawned. That's where you would go to try to catch and fill your Pokedex. And we did that. We actually did entire nights where I just grinded in that area trying to catch the Pokemon I didn't have and fill the Pokedex. Because remember, during different times of day, okay, there would be different Pokemon spawning. So you would go there with a certain time of day, certain Pokeball, certain criteria to try to get this particular Pokemon to spawn and catch it. And that was fun. I remember that was actually quite fun. But then there's other games that not so much. Like with Arceus, I didn't do any of that. With Arceus, we just played the base game and that was it. So really, here's what it depends on. Are we having fun? Are you showing up and engaging and supporting with the playthrough, right? And what else is also going on in the gaming landscape? If Pokemon is serving as our chill stream and it's a good variety and it's balancing everything great, and people are actually coming by and hanging out and really liking the streams, then why wouldn't we? But if we're playing this game and we realize that it's not as good as other Pokemon games, it's like, man, I'd rather just really just beat the story. I'm not really having a great time. Then we'll treat it like that. Really, it depends. We'll see.
Yep, we haven't even started the game and already Phil is going into business meeting mode. What a great way to hype up your audience for your playthrough, Phil. Maybe that's why you only have 75 people watching you, because we all know you don't enjoy Pokemon. You're going to sit there and beg for a lot of money to nickname Pokemon that you only use for like 2 or 3 hours, and then rinse, wash, and repeat. You gotta offer more than begging for money if you want people other than detractors and trolls and whales to watch you, Phil.
It seems the support has stopped 15 minutes ago, so. When I bought this game, Nintendo sent me a code, but I don't know what the code is for. A code for 100 bonus Pokeballs. Do we really need that?
He doesn't know what the code is for, but he then tells you exactly what the code is for. Can anybody make any sense out of this? I just think Phil likes to hear himself ramble about nothing because it makes him feel self-important that there are people listening to him on the internet about this garbage.
We could do it. I have it. It's 100 Pokeballs. So I don't know if we really need 100 to start or what the implications of that is. Like, is that a really good cheat or something? Right? Okay. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out if we need them or not. I don't know if we're going to need them or not.
Not really, because the series has transitioned to games where the focus is on catching hundreds of Pokemon in an hour over battling. He played Legends Arceus, which was all about catching tons and tons of Pokemon, yet he doesn't look at the title of the game, Legends Z-A, and somehow doesn't anticipate that it will be the same thing or something similar. Also, Sword and Shield, and especially Scarlet and Violet, exposed you to open world areas where you catch tons of Pokemon in one sitting. So Phil should know that you need a lot of Pokeballs, but also that you don't really need the bonus because Pokeballs are easy to acquire and cheaper in these games compared to earlier generations because you need them even more than ever. In the past, you had to fill out a team to battle, now you fill out your Pokedex for research points. Phil's just too oblivious to realize it despite playing practically every Pokemon released since Omega Ruby.
Is my shirt made of recycled tortoise shells? Yes. Correct. Thank you, Dexter, for a $2 super chat. I'm looking forward to Pokemon content. Thank you, Dexter.
I'm looking forward to it too, so I can roast Phil for playing this game poorly. And you know, the obligatory begging for money thing that always happens on a DSP stream.
Robust is going to have fun. How am I going to choose? They all look exactly like me. I mean, these are all the spitting image of me. How could I possibly make a selection? The Pokemon audience at this point is probably aging. Like, the fans of Pokemon have been around since the 90s when it was prominent, when it started. We're not like 12-year-old kids. Yet the avatars in every single Pokemon game is a bunch of 12-year-old children. I mean, there are adults in the games that train Pokemon. Why can't you be an adult? Why are you always like a prepubescent, weirdly emancipated child that just does whatever they want? It always confused me.
Because the Pokemon Company wants to sell toys to children so they can play a children's card game and get plushies and get all those figures. How is that so hard to comprehend, Philip? Arguably, the merchandise is more important than the games.
Beauty spots? Oh, I need to have beauty spots all over my face. As we know, I'm a gorgeous individual that needs beauty spots everywhere.
Phil loves these customization profiles at the beginning so much, but you know everybody but him is bored to tears by this.
Freckles all over the face. But I will give myself dark circles under the eyes. There we go. We'll do that. Actually, I have like light circles under my eyes, which is weird. I have light circles, not dark circles under my eyes. I have the opposite. Wow, it looks just like me. Thank goodness. They don't even have hairstyles. They literally don't even have hairstyles in a Pokemon game in 2025. You're stuck with the basic hairstyle. There's nothing you can do about it.
You get to customize your hairstyle later in the game. I don't know why they held off on it this time. It's just a little weird, but whatever.
Whoa! It's like the Pokemon Eiffel Tower.
Oh my god, Phil. Don't you know that the Kalos region is based off of France? It's not like the Eiffel Tower. It is the Pokemon Eiffel Tower.
Whoa, wait a minute. What's going on? Hold on. Wait a minute. Did I boot the right game? Guys, we are playing Pokemon Legends Z-A, correct? The game, it's smooth. Look, it's at least 60 frames. It's actually not dropping any frames. I'm not seeing any. Oh, no. Did you see that? So, oh no! I spoke too soon. All right, ready? Watch this. Look at the distance, okay? Look straight ahead. Look at, oh no. Well, here we go again. At the very least, all right, the frame rate is incredibly smooth right now. Now, we haven't actually done anything yet, okay? Maybe when Pokemon start appearing, we'll have problems. However, we do have our traditional ceremonial pop-in for any Game Freak game. Look at that. What the? They all disappeared and reappeared. Disappear, reappear. Disappear, reappear. Look, they can't even stay materialized. They legitimately can't stay on the screen. They're just, look at this.
I've been playing this game on the Switch 1 on TV mode and haven't really noticed any of this. That's probably because I've been a little under the weather and haven't been looking for it. The only things I've noticed that look bad are the Magikarp in the water and the flotation your Pokemon stands on in the water. Everything else is passable.
Stop disappearing. Stop finger snapping yourself in and out of existence. Stop this right now. Look at this. Maybe they're all ghosts. You know what? Let's just get right back on the train and get out of here. Oh, come on. I was gonna just go home. Forget it. If everyone's gonna be disappearing and reappearing, I don't want to play. Let's leave. All right, I guess we have to go. Thank you to Caterade for a $10 super chat. He says, I always diglet your Pokemon streams. Thank you. Well, thank you for the cheesy pun, Caterade. I appreciate that. You're actually our top super chatter now. Thank you so much. Or past 50 bucks of support already. That is an excellent start for today's premiere stream of Pokemon Legends Z-A Finger Snap Edition. Noble Time says, if it's always been normal, no reason to freak out. Yeah, but like, imagine everywhere around you, there's just animals everywhere. You go into the street, there's animals just running and making noises and fighting and dueling. And then you go home, you're surrounded by them. Like, you can't get away from them. There's nowhere where there's just like humans. There's always Pokemon completely inundating every part of your life, every moment, everywhere you go. You probably can't have a moment of silence because every you hear a Pokemon sounds are like echoing through the sky and through the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, right now pets are prominent. Cats, dogs, etc. But when you go down the street, you don't just see people with 100 cats and dogs woofing and fighting and barking and, you know, and this, look at this, the first street. I see Pokemon all the way down the street in the road. It's really like, it gets to be a bit much, don't you think? I don't know. I don't know how you'd be able to withstand it. Like, I might go nuts. Like, look, the billboard behind you, it's all Pokemon. Everything in this world is Pokemon. Their entire economy is based on Pokemon. Their livelihood is based on everything's Pokemon. Everything you do.
Wow, Phil, I can't even decipher if you're trying to be funny because what you were saying is so boring and stupid. Have you heard of pigeons and squirrels, Phil? They are all around you. And he wonders why half his audience isn't here. He gets 60% more stupid when he's playing these games.
Just replace the word Pokemon with cars and now you're describing our world to an Amish person. Wow. Wow, I didn't think of it that way. All right.
Amish people know what cars are and see them quite often, if not every single day.
How much is she gonna pay you for this plug? Right?
As much as you pay Darich to make thumbnails for you, nothing at all.
So if I'm gonna do a free plug for Hotel Z, especially me, everyone wants me to plug their stuff. All right? Everyone knows Darkside Phil. So if you're gonna have me plug it, I mean, you've got to at least give me several, maybe a few Master Balls. Maybe give me a nice, like, Mega Evolution Pokemon to start the game with. Nice busted one. All right, let's see what we receive. Here we go.
He's trying so hard to be funny, but it's so cringe that I have to endure it.
Welcome to Lumiose City, where people and Pokemon flourish together. See what I mean? There's old people in Pokemon games. So why aren't they ever the focus of the game or the character you can control? Like, what if I wanted to have a middle-aged person like myself as my character? That's just not allowed. You have to be a small child.
We're not even 10 minutes into this stupid playthrough, and DSP is talking to us like we're children. Phil, you're acting like this is why you attracted viewers like Darich. Everybody else thought you were a complete dummy and left.
Pokemon are mysterious and wholly magnificent creatures. Well, no, they're not. In your world, they're insanely commonplace. They're completely inundating everything in your world. Everywhere you turn, there's Pokemon. They're not even special. They're boring. They're mundane. So what are you saying?
Did Phil wake up on the wrong side of the bed? His commentary is really literal right now. Doesn't he get that there's supposed to be a magic behind this stuff? What do you want Nintendo to say, Phil? Yeah, Pokemon is boring. Thanks for the $100 to play this on Switch 2 in the DLC, you morons. I guess since Phil runs his business that way, he thinks every successful company must do the same thing.
Uh-oh. Someone stole your bag? So is this supposed to be like France? Like, is this supposed to be Paris? So Lumiose City, that's supposed to be like the Eiffel Tower? Because usually Pokemon games are a real reference to something in real life. You just don't really know it right away.
Yep, The huge fan of Pokemon, DSP knows absolutely nothing about Pokemon lore after the year 2000. Even casual Pokemon fans know that Kalos is based off of Franceville. This region is from a mainline game. It's not obscure like the GameCube games or the Mystery Dungeon series or the Pokemon Ranger titles. It's the first 3D game that unleashed an era of mediocre Pokemon games. Of course, Phil knows nothing about this and doesn't even bother doing any research because he's too busy playing Champions. He doesn't understand that if he had an actual interest and knowledge of these games, like he does with the stupid Capcom games and WWE Champions, that it would actually entice people to show up for his streams because you have something to talk about other than your stupid humor, because that ain't it. Honestly, the Truck Sim playthrough does so well because he doesn't have to know anything about trucks to play it. It's basically a follow the yellow paint road for him.
Everyone chase it. This is from Pokemon X and Y, Kalos region, so it is France. Oh, okay. So these are the 3 starters. There's nothing else going on. What happens if we try to leave? Just leave. I'm not doing this. You freaks. Where are you going? Don't you need your bag? What about Poncho? That Poncho's already spoken for. You don't really want it, right? Wait, you could take... Wait. You could take their Pokemon? Then who are you fighting? Yeah, I do. Excuse you, Poncho, it's my Pokemon. So I can't? Alright, you can't. Alright.
Even with the yellow paint, he wants to go explore. Oh, the irony. I guess this is why it takes him so long to play these games. Because you're just wandering around aimlessly and forgetting where the yellow paint is.
That'd be amazing if you take them and then you don't have to fight. You stole their Pokemon. So obviously we've got plant, water, and I'm assuming that's going to be ground type, perhaps? What's weird about that, though, is that then there's no fire starter. There's almost always a fire starter Pokemon, right? But maybe not. I think I might go plant type this playthrough. I'm trying to remember the previous playthroughs I've done, who I started with.
The funny thing is the last time he played a Pokemon game, Pokemon Scarlet, he said he never picks the grass-type Pokemon as a starter, so he didn't pick the grass-type cat Pokemon. I guess now that he thinks grass types are plant types, that he's more favorable to picking it. For those of you who don't know, plant isn't one of the 18 types in the game of Pokemon, and in every mainline game of the series, you get an option to choose either a grass, fire, or water-type Pokemon as your main starter. These Pokemon grow alongside you and become some of the strongest Pokemon that you have access to. Earlier in the series, picking a starter Pokemon had much more impact because of the shallower pools of Pokemon to pick, but with these big open world games with 400 plus Pokemon, you have options where your starter choice doesn't really matter that much.
Chikorita, Tepig, and Tawny. No, Tawny? Yeah, I select Tawny as my starter Pokemon. We're up to 66 of support and climbing. Thank you so very much. I'm actually feeling the plant type this time. Totodile, the big jaw Pokemon. It can blast out mighty jets of water and bite like a champ. I pick the fire pig Pokemon. It breathes fantastic flames from its nose. From its nose? I don't think I ever start with plant Pokemon. I want the plant Pokemon this time, I think. Chikorita. Let's go.
We all knew he was never going to pick the pig. Everybody would have wanted to nickname it DSP, or Phil, or Cat, or Snortmon. I'm surprised he didn't like Totodile, though. Maybe he thinks his cuteness is stupid or something.
All that reading drained my momentum. Time to get back into gear. What does Tail Whip do? I don't know what it does.
Maybe you should look at the screen to tell you. It's probably time to put on those spectacles, Grandpa Phil.
How do I see what the abilities do? I don't know what Tail Whip does.
1 minute earlier.
You can always use moves that lower your opponent's defense, too. I wish I knew what they did. It doesn't describe it anywhere. Yeah, so Tackle is the attack, and Tail Whip, I guess, was lowering defense, people are saying. But how do you know that? How will I see what the abilities do? Because I definitely need to figure out what the abilities do.
Lifelong professional gamer right here, folks. And don't worry, Pokemon abilities are not in the game. It's just the moves that have secondary effects.
So that is a whopping $30 of support for the premier stream of Pokemon Legends Z-A. Thank you so much. We're up to 96 and climbing. And as I say that, Lance Catamaran just gifted 2 subs over on Kick. So thank you to Lance. You're now the top sub gifter of the day. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Awesome. So now we are up to over $100. 106 of support and climbing. Thank you guys so very much. Sweet, sweet. Oh no, we chatted too long and it's night already. Here we are in a battle zone. What rotten luck. We don't have time for a full explanation right now, but here's the gist. The battle zones are intense. Anyone who finds you in here can challenge you to a battle on the spot. But I know a safe place that we can go.
Yeah, so this game runs on day-night cycles like how Legends Arceus did, so about every 15 minutes day will turn into night. During the day, you catch Pokemon to progress your research. During the night, you battle other trainers to progress in the story. Phil is still in the tutorial mode because the 3D Pokemon games have the tutorials last for 1 to 2 hours. It just makes replaying the game annoying.
See, it's not telling me what they're doing. You guys said it was on the right-hand side, but it's... Oh, I see. It says defense fell. I see. It says defense fell, so it says in that little, the box that's on, basically my camera's over it, but that's what it's saying.
Yeah, Phil, everybody saw it but you. Even Derek lurking in the chat and Jade saw it. You know play games good.
Oh, what are we doing? We're fighting Bunnelby now. What's going on? We're fighting 2? How is this fair? I only have 1 Pokemon, but I'm fighting 2 at once.
That's why the Pokemon are at lower levels than you, genius. It's not like Game Freak is throwing a level 20 Pokemon at you right off the bat. This isn't Elden Ring.
Oh, you saw her face? Oh, oh. What is this, the Mary Poppins Pokemon? Comes in on a flying, umbrella.
That's a flower for those of you who aren't familiar with the Pokemon Floette.
Buckwell says, can I make different voices when reading the game? Sure, for $150 a character. If you contribute $150, I'll do a voice for 1 character. There you go. That's how it works.
DSP realized that he was giving away his simply fabulous voice acting away for free during his playthrough of Pokemon Scarlet now that he's charging for it. In all seriousness though, it's some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard.
Well, see what I mean? The entire world is Pokemon related. Everything in the world is Pokemon related.
Of course it is. It's a Pokemon game, Phil. What do you think there's gonna be, Smurfs?
It's like, wait a minute. There's no bathroom. Oh wait, is this the bathroom? That must be the bathroom right here.
In every Pokemon game, DSP is intimately concerned about using the toilet even though you don't defecate in Pokemon games.
Why is there, wait a minute. Why is there a peephole in the bathroom? That's a little weird. The peephole's supposed to be at your front door, not at the bathroom. Sorry, I know I said you should sleep, but can we talk for a second? Wait a minute, this is bizarre. Get away, get out of my hotel room. You're intruding about my personal space in private quarters. You can't be doing this. I mean, it is France, it is pretty weird.
Is this supposed to be comedy? Because I'm not laughing.
Could I use a different voice for different characters? Yes, for $150 a character, I can do that. Every $150 that you personally contribute, I'll start voicing a single character. There you go.
He knows everybody laughed at him the last time he did it, and now he doesn't want to do it anymore. It's as simple as that.
Roo-roo. Jade, you have ghost Pokemon pajamas? Do you really? That's cool. What? Wait, who? Gengar? There's a lot of different ghost Pokemon now, aren't there? Whoa! Amazing. Glitterbomb, no, I didn't get the physical version of this game. I don't buy physical games, so I didn't get any pre-order bonuses or anything. Glitterbomb says that they pre-ordered the physical version. They got a plushie. Which plushie? Was it a Pokemon? Which Pokemon?
If you pre-ordered the game from the Pokemon store, they gave you a random plushie of one of the starters in the game that they saw on their website for like close to $20. Those pre-orders sold out.
You got Tepig? Oh, Tepig plushie. That's cool. Enchanté. You roll for the door. Oh! Ready for a Pokemon battle with me? You're on. Bonnie. She has Totodile. Super effective on Totodile. Finish him. Oh! Victory! Level up. How am I level 8? Oh, that's the Pokemon that's level 8. I was gonna, wait a minute. I'm level 8, we just started. I've already tweeted several thousand complaint tweets about that cafe. I'm trying to get them shut down and canceled on social media. They're now allowing me to get in and have a coffee. It's ridiculous. What kind of treatment is that of your customers?
You know Darkside Karen has done stuff like this in real life.
Jade says, Eevee, Garchomp, Ghastly is his favorite team of Pokemon. We have to see, you know, how we recruit them in this game. I don't know how it works yet.
Just be glad DSP banned Darich, because DSP would have already read 50 stupid things Darich said in the chat and nothing from anybody else.
Yeah, number 1? Is that really number 1? The number 1 Pokemon in the game?
It always goes like this. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are the grass type starters. Numbers 4, 5, and 6 are the fire type starters. And numbers 7, 8, and 9 are the water type starters in the Pokédex.
Caterade did another $5 super chat. It says, remember when Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow had 2-hour tutorials? No. They did have tutorials, but generally they were quick. And within like 15 minutes, you were out in the world doing all the stuff. So. Bonk. Insta-catch. Wait, what? It freed itself? So close. Like you saw, hitting the Pokemon with a Pokeball doesn't guarantee you catch. I even got a Seek Attack. That's baloney. Don't worry, one more good dunk with the Pokeball and I bet you'll get it. That's complete baloney, man. Complete nonsense.
I think the game is programmed for it to jump out of the ball so new players know that it will happen.
Yeah. Nope. Okay. So this is interesting because in the previous ones, you want to get the Pokemon to low HP but not take them out because then they'd be defeated and they disappear. Now you can defeat them and catch them. They made it easier. They made it take all their HP away, then try to catch them. So, okay, good.
But also, you only get one chance to catch them after knocking them out. You can't continuously hurl balls at them.
All right, well, now how did they say to save the game? Yeah, I don't see it now because I wanted to save the game now. But I don't really see a way to do that, so maybe you can only save at certain points.
They didn't because the game is automatically set to autosave, but you can save it by accessing the menu.
But for the most part, I am enjoying the game. Please remember, engagement, like liking the video, leaving comments on it, perhaps a super thanks, helps this channel a lot, brings more people to it. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying and you want to chill some more with me. Thanks for watching. See you in the next part.
Yeah, this is the first part of Phil's playthrough, so he's telling everybody to do the YouTube thingies because it's the only part people will most likely see. But most of these people will click off within 5 minutes once they realize the quality of Phil's content is not up to par, so they're not going to even see this ending anyway.
Okay, so everyone, guess what? This is a great opportunity for us to take the one break I need to take for this stream. It'll only be like 5-10 minutes tops, and then when I come back, I can chill with you for over 2.5 hours. All right, so let's do that now. Let's get it out of the way. And then when I come back, we'll continue. I do want to say thank you. You guys have been great early support here. And that's been awesome. Thank you for that very, very much. We're over 110 bucks already. Only a few more to go to hit our goal for the stream. Okay. Now, I am on my Switch too. That means I cannot run the clips that I usually run during a break. I'm just going to run the slideshow for today. So just chill for a few minutes and I'll be back. Okay, guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you shortly for the big premiere of Pokemon Legends Z-A. Be right back. Very nice. All right, so I'm back. We're going to be playing till around 4 p.m. Pacific time, so about 2.5 hours. I grabbed myself a nice coffee to drink. For the rest of Pokemon, I want to give myself some energy and invigoration as we start to catch the Pokemon. And remember that we have the offer that if you contribute $20 to the stream today, you will be able to name Pokemon. All right, so right now we have 3. Who do we have here? Chikorita, Fletchling, and Bunnelby. Those are our first 3. Of course, we're going to try to fill the whole thing here, get 6 or more. And then we will see what happens when we go back and we have to trade them in, or not trade them in, but register them, right? But yeah, so that'll be available now moving forward as we recruit Pokemon, the naming process. And by the way, they will keep that name. It's not like, oh, you name them and then I'm going to delete it later. That name will stick, but keep in mind, it has to be something reasonable. No You can't do something, you know, insulting, doxing, sexual, you know, you can't do stuff like that. It's got to be a reasonable name, okay? Thanks in advance. Please consider it. We are already at something like 110 bucks of support. I'm not sure. I'll wait for it to roll around here on the leaderboard. We're already doing great. And the fact that we have around 2.5 hours left on the stream, we likely are going to hit this goal pretty easily, and I appreciate that very, very much. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me and chilling today. We are at 119. Wow, we're only 31 bucks away from hitting the goal, so we're very close. Okay? Okay, if 2 people named Pokemon, we hit the goal. So there we are. Okay, is everyone ready to resume? Here we go.
Yep, DSP is back to his old tricks. The funny thing is that in Scarlet and Violet, it was $25 to nickname a Pokemon. So Phil is giving us a 20% discount this time around. Of course, the names that people want to give the Pokemon like Cat is Fat, Phil's a 220, Pigroach, and Tyrone will not be available to be named. Now imagine if Phil didn't get $70 in the first hour of this playthrough because people were saving their money to nickname later. He would really be desperate and constantly reminding people to nickname Pokemon. I'm sure that won't happen every night. It's not like Darkside Phil is a total e-bigger, right? So go pony up that $20 for something that DSP will chuck after an hour. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Robust turning off the station. See you all next time.
Jeff did a $5 tip. He says, I want to hear you say robust bourbon garlic flavor, like how you said robust urban garlic flavor. I never said robust urban garlic flavor. I said bourbon, not urban. How dare you? How dare you insinuate that I would say the word urban? I'm white. I can't say urban. It's offensive. You understand? That's how it works. Okay. All right, we're now up to 325 bucks of support.